I want to talk about this disgusting story that happened here in Texas between a 12-year-old girl and an Uber driver. This is very scary stuff. Let's check it out.
Across Texas, a serious crime is making headlines across the state and letting parents know to be more careful. The reason why? Well, a North Texas Uber driver is accused of sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl while driving her home, and reporter Maria Guerrero explains why the child was in the car alone.
Uber confirming Robert Gregory Johnson was working 2 weeks ago when Plano police say he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old during an Uber health trip, which offers non-emergency medical transport and prescription delivery services.
Unfortunately, no matter how many things are done right, these predators are still going to infiltrate these systems.
According to the arrest affidavit, the victim uses Uber, specifically a service for unaccompanied kids that is meant to have more highly vetted drivers to get to therapy. Johnson police say picked her up in Frisco. The trip home reportedly took longer than usual. The next day, she told her therapist, saying what started with Johnson asking about music quickly turned into him asking, "What's your favorite position?" And she asked if he meant in sports. Johnson.
What a freak. What a gosh dang freak. Asking about music is fine. Small talk like that is totally fine. If you're just picking this young girl up and taking her to her house, yeah, talk to her about music, whatever. That's okay. But you ask a question like this, you're a sick human being.
Is accused of molesting the child, demanding she get in the front seat, pulling over in this Plano parking lot on Legacy, where Johnson threatened her by saying, "The last thing you have to do is, you have to do it if you want to go home," forcing her on him. A spokesperson for Uber telling NBC5 this monstrous behavior has no place in our society or on the Uber platform. "We take reports of this nature very seriously and have permanently banned the driver. We have been in touch with Plano police." The company also confirming it was not a trip requested through a teen account, another service that's offered. Plano police.
And we'll look at that more, the teen account, which should have been used for this incident, for this case right here. But we'll talk about that afterwards.
Encouraging parents to seek extra security measures for any trip.
There's also applications where the child could be live streaming to a parent.
A lot of people are asking, why was this child alone? You guys have a response to what you would consider parent shaming in this case. What was that?
I don't believe parent shaming is helpful in this case. I think it's something that we should all learn from, should all look out for each other. Come up with solutions on how to make this a safer system.
Yeah, there are things that can be done, and I don't know if, there are a lot of questions about why was the child by herself, and we can ask all those questions. I think there may be a legitimate reason why. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, but let's take it Uber for Teens and what this is. Teen accounts on Uber. As the world continues to grow and change, our commitment to providing a safe experience for drivers and riders will always be a priority. This is especially true with the introduction of rides for teens. Teen accounts are the only authorized way for teens aged 13 to 17 to use Uber platform with consent. Now this girl was 12, but from their legal guardian. Guardians who add a teen account to their family profile will be notified every time their teen requests a ride, and they'll get real-time alerts plus live trip tracking so they can follow their teen's ride in the app from pickup to drop-off. Mandatory safety education for teens. Before a teen can request their first ride, they must complete a safety onboarding process that teaches them about safety features that are available to them on every ride. Inform guardians. Guardians will receive tips on how to prepare their teen for their first ride after the teen sets up their account. Guardians will also have access to live trip tracking and will receive status updates for every trip their teen requests. They'll also be able to contact you directly through the trip. Always on safety. Teen riders always have access to safety features including PIN verification and ride check. They can also choose to enable audio recording during their rides, which would have been helpful for this when the guy made a disgusting comment about what is your favorite position. Look out for Uber Teen. For example, to help easily identify teen rides, your offer card may read Uber X Teen. If you read this, it means the trip request is from an official teen account holder, so there should be no surprise at pickup. Yeah, now, the guy was vetted. He seemed like he was okay, but that didn't matter because he was still a perv. You can do all the vetting you want. If this guy is sick, if he's a sick human being, he's going to do what he wants to do. And I can't even imagine somebody pulling over and telling a young girl to get in the front seat, and if the only way you're going to go home is if you do this, that's terrible. I heard this guy was released from jail after 5 days. We'll see what happens. I'll do some more research into that. Hopefully he gets put away for a very long time, for the rest of his life. I think people like this should be punished to the full extent of the law. There's no place for this in our society. There's no place for sympathy for anybody like this. No matter what anybody else says. This is not a minor attractive person. This is a predator. And he should be off the streets. It's scary. It's scary. Look, I don't have any children at all, but it's scary to think that parents have to go through this. They have to think about these types of things. And it's important that every parent out there takes the most take precautions possible to prevent things like this from happening. It's terrifying. We see stories like this. I did one not too long ago. The jiu-jitsu teacher was taking a 14-year-old girl home and wanted to marry her when she turned 18. He kissed her, whatever he did. He told the parents he wanted to marry. He was a creep. Luckily, he got put in jail. But there's no place for this nonsense, and it's scary. And I don't like seeing stories like this, but I report on it because I want to make this aware, the dangers of this type of things aware, to make it known. We live in a dangerous, scary society. You have to be careful. And the trauma this girl is going to deal with for the rest of her life is sad. Hopefully she gets some good therapy. Somebody will take care of her the best way they can. Yeah, but I'm going to leave that right there. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.